Teacher, we did up to activity 4.
We did up to activity 4. Up to here.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, fine. Let's move on to the activity 5 then. Activity 5, it's a reading. Read the following instructions. Note how they are formed. Instructions: wash your hands before your meals. Don't litter the school premises. Categories the instructions given below. Safety home, safety road, safety play. Now here you are given the list. You are given the list, Puta, and until 15. So you can categorize all these statements according to the table. In the table, safety at home, what you have to select for the safety at home, safety on road, and safety at play. What will come under these categories? Just write the topic and then write the sentence under the topic. No need to draw the grid because this table, it's not enough. Space is not enough for you to write the sentences. Because of that, topic wise, write first topic, then write the relevant statements related to that, then write the second topic, then write the statement related to that. Likewise, go ahead. Okay, shall I keep this page visible?
It's okay, teacher. I have the book.
Okay, fine. Then go ahead, darling. Manavi, now look at Manavi. Whenever you write this, everything is feeding to your memory. Fossil, remains of a prehistoric plant or animal that have become hardened. Now with the picture, if you go through this fossil, look at this fossil, then now you know the meaning as well as the of the word, right? Then it's very important, very useful for you. Remains of a prehistoric plant or animal that have become hardened. Valley, a low area between hills or mountains, that is also it's visible. Look at with the picture, explanation, picture and explanation in rather than writing just a word, it's very word, isn't it?
Yes, teacher.
Then third one, mammals, a warm-blooded animal that have hair and fur do reproduction. Now look at mammals. They have the reproduction and they have some fur on their body, right? The characteristics is there with the name. Then the fourth one, dinosaur, an exact reptile that lived millions of years ago, dinosaur. It's really easy and you know about this animal. E, jaw, each of a upper and lower bony structure forming framework of a mouth. Yes, jaw in the sense in Sinhala it is called as hakka, right? Jaw, here we also have the jaw and it is each upper and lower bony structure. It's a bony structure. It's really nice. Look at, it doesn't say that this is his mouth. It's a jaw in the sense, the skeleton that it has mentioned. Let's see. F. Canny tooth. A pointed tooth next to the incisors. Pointed tooth. That is called as, this is called as, what is his tooth name? You might have learned in physical science, I suppose, or a science. Molar, I can't remember now. Four kinds of teeth are there. 4 kinds. Right? One is molar. Molar is the teeth that we are using to chew our food. And sharp tooth also, there's a special name now I can't remember. Because long years back I learned those things. Invertebrate, animals that do not have backbone, invertebrates. That's visible very nicely. we have seen that these sort of animals have no bones at all. Then close each of the horny nails on the feet of birds, lizards, and mammals. Claws. And even eagle, how furious claws it has. Eagle, right? Then next one, skeleton, the framework of bone or cartilage support body of an animal. Animal in the sense we are also such kind of animals. Cave, yes, it's a cave. Cave in the sense the large natural hollow inside of a cliff. Inside of a cliff, right? Very good, Puta. This is how, Manavi, you have to work. Let's go ahead with the this is the last activity we are going to do in a textbook. Then we have to shift on to the grammar lesson. This is little lengthier. Shall I tell you? Shall we do this as a homework, darling?
Okay, teacher.
You better, first of all, you better read this. Read this. This is a reading activity. And then write the answers. Keep the answers ready with you. You can do it leisurely. Then next day, soon after we start the class, we can explain. I can read this and explain you. Okay. I suppose that's a good decision that we can, without spending our time on this. Is it okay, darling?
Okay, teacher.
Yeah, let's move on. Now, Manavi, I wanted to get from you what we have done so far in grammar.
Teacher, we did up to verbal nouns last week.
We did up to verbal nouns. Tenses, how many tenses have we done, Manavi?
We have done up to past continuous tense.
Past continuous.
Yes, teacher.
Past continuous tense in the sense that we have, so only 5 tenses we have done. Only 5.
Teacher.
Right. Then with the future continuous and passives, shall we do like that? Passive, no, any tenses we have done in passive, ne? Ne, Manavi? Have we
Yes,
done
teacher.
passives? Have we done passives?
No.
Right. Now active voice. You have done present, past, future, present continuous, past continuous. Today you have to do future continuous, right? Future continuous tense. Right, Puta. Now this is what I will fill the rest of the chart. Don't worry. Future continuous tense is your 5th tense. Okay. And there's a special rule that we have to use to create the sentence as usual. As we use the simple present, past, future, present continuous, and past continuous. Same like that, there's no big difference, but the structure, little bit different structure. Will, shall, and plus verb plus ing, then object. This is the rule you have to use to create the sentence in simple future tense dialogue, right? And here there's will and shall. You learned with me simple future. Can you remember simple future?
Yes, teacher.
In simple future, could you remember even though there are two kinds of nouns in subject. What are the two kinds of nouns in the subject? What are the two kinds?
Positive, sorry, plural and singular.
Exactly. Singular noun and plural noun. They are the subject noun that we can get, only singular and plurals. In simple future tense, we learned, even though there are two auxiliaries called will and shall, there's no difference between them. With everyone, we can use will or shall as we wish, right? We can use, can't I tell you? I explain, we can use will or shall with whatever the noun we have without having any differentiate. I think you can't see my face properly. I will keep my laptop from the other way around. And now can see. It's like a goose. You are looking at the goose. Sorry, darling. I didn't realize even that. Okay, now I taught you, and then there's no differences. Here also the same. No differences, no special agreement between subject and verb. But Puta, you just look at the verb. Verb has come with ing form. What is the reason? Reason is this. Simple future we used to tell some, create the statement that somewhat not sure. 50-50. 50% we can make it sure, or 50% we cannot make it sure. But but future continuous, it's not like that. If you make the statement using future continuous, definitely you must do that. Why? Because you are promising. You are promising. Promising goes with this tense. Future. If you use future continuous to create any statement in front of anybody, you must do it as a responsibility, right? As an example, now look at examples. I will be covering this Miss class later, or else tomorrow. If I say tomorrow, that means if I made this statement in front of the students, whatever the difficulties take place around me, I should have to conduct this class. Why? Because I made a promise throughout this text. Understood, Manavi? I
Yes,
made a
teacher.
promise throughout this tense because if I was not sure about the class that I can be able to hold tomorrow, then I definitely should have to use simple future, right? Simple future in the sense even you don't create a strong statement on your head. Definitely we have class tomorrow. You don't create that statement, strong statement. But if I made this statement, that means you also have to prepare for the class because teacher does not miss this. Teacher made the statement strong throughout this text. Now, did you understand what it is? It clear,
Yes,
Manav?
teacher.
Right. And there's no subject and verb agreement. Whatever the noun comes, you can use freely as you wish. And also you can use time adverbials, what you used in simple future tense as well. Okay. Did you get Buddha?
Yes, teacher.
She will be cleaning the garden. Definitely will be, shall be, it must have to use there. That is the place where we can make this statement strong. Okay. They shall be helping me. We shall be completing our project. You will be charged. Sorry, you will be charging. You will be charging the battery. Right. Now, time adverbials I will write here. I didn't make the notes. No agreement. Simple future. Time adverbial will take place. Strong statement will be creating. And Manavi, the rest of this tense is the next step, which has negative, sorry, not negative, positive question. Positive question. What else, Pute? Negative
sentence.
Negative sentence and
Negative question.
exactly negative questions. And what we followed in simple future tense, same structure you have to follow to convert all this positive question, negative sentence, and negative question. The difference was be and ing only, right? Sorry, ing only. Here B I haven't written. B, oh yes. B plus ing. B should be there. I have forgotten, right? So B and ing only the difference. The rest is the same. Now look at she will be coming tomorrow. How can we write this positive as positive question? Will she be coming tomorrow? Then she won't be coming tomorrow. Then won't she be coming tomorrow? Now look at, is it clear, Manavi? Now it's really
Yes,
easy.
teacher.
Now what you have to do is write 5 sentences, only one sentence, create up to these stages. Okay? Only one sentence, that's enough. Yes. These are object-based sentences, and the DOYA is not important to mention. Not important to mention. And there is an agreement. There is an agreement. Okay. Now this is the rule you have to follow. First object, then isama, verb in past participial form and by subject. Right? Whenever you are writing the sentences, this is how the meaning. I should have to write the meaning. Same meaning will repeat as in simple present tense. Simple present tense meaning will remain here. No any differentiate, right? No any differentiate. The same time adverbial also will be remaining as in active simple present. Okay. Did you get, Manavi?
Yes, teacher.
All the characteristics of simple present tense will be shifted to passive. The difference is the sentence structure will be changed into two sides. Subject will go back, object noun will come front. Because passive voice, most probably the doer is not important. We don't want to mention the person who is doing the action. Because of that, we can omit the owner of the sentence. Okay, we can omit the owner of the sentence. That is the differentiate of this tense. Okay.
Teacher, what is the Sinhala name for passive voice?
Sinhala name for passive voice, karma
Yeah.
karaka.
Okay, teacher.
Karma karaka. Active voice means katru karaka.
Okay.
Now look at, she reads books, right? Now this tense we can use into other side. Books are read by her, right? Now what was the changes took place? Now we'll write the changes, right? The change number 1 was
Subject.
pronouns. Pronouns will be changed. Pronouns will be changed accordingly, because pronouns we cannot use as we wish. Accordingly. Okay. Pronouns, now she, whenever she goes back, it should be her, as she cannot go, right? If there's object pronoun, then as an example, she helped me, she helps me. Then whenever me comes to the front, it should be I. Okay, that is what it said. Pronouns will change accordingly. And what else we can change?
Verb is
Yeah, plural nouns will take are, while singular subject will take is. Okay. And if the subject noun comes as I am should be written. What is all the time adverbials I gave
has
you?
changed to
Puta, yes, Manavi?
verb form has been changed to past participle form.
That's what. Verb should be changed into its past participle form. Yeah, that's what we can say. Okay. Now write the second example.
Teacher,
Yes, darling.
as the changes, can we say by
Darling, what did you ask?
under the changes, can we say by can be used before the subject?
Exactly.
Object.
You can use. Yes, you can use by. By is not important, but you can use. It doesn't matter. It's a must. 1 second, Manavi. Hello. Right? By phrase we can use. Right. We play cricket every day. Now, in that case, whenever we convert this into other side, cricket is played by us every day. Now, did you see? Is it clear, Manavi?
Yes, teacher.
Cricket is played by us every day. They help me always. Look at, I am helped by them always. This is how it goes. I suppose you understood very well.
Yes, teacher.
It eats greedily. Now, why I wrote this one is I want to tell you in this sentence, subject and verb is there, but in the object, can we find out a noun? No noun. Now, if there's no nouns in a sentence, such kind of a nouns you cannot convert into passive. Okay? Here, you cannot convert into passive. Reason why? What is the reason?
Because there is no noun at the object.
Because there is no nouns visible in the object. Object එකේ නාමපදයක් නැති නිසා තමයි අපිට මේක හරව ගන්න බැරි. Now did you get Manavi? Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Shall we go to activity then? Now what you have to do is create 5 sentences in passive. Manavi, the vase is broken, Puta, not broke. Broke is past word.
Okay, teacher.
The vase is broken by me. The note is written by her. Create a small passage on some information using passive tense. Using passive present tense. Now we created only simple sentences, Manavi. Now what you are going to do is, you are going to say some informations using passive. Okay? You are telling something to somebody. You are telling to teacher. Some incident, might be some story, might be some event you faced, whatever it is, but not the lengthy passage. Collection of 5-6 sentences is enough. Okay. Small story, collection of 5-6 sentences is enough. I wanted to make you understand how to use in a passage, how to use passives in a passage. Okay, Manavi. Did you get Puta?
Okay, teacher. I'll try.
House is cleaned by my sister. My cat is still near the couch. The trophies of mine were kept in a cupboard. All those were pulled by my cat. Okay. Now it is there and it doesn't know anything. Not don't know. It doesn't know. It is a singular noun direct. So it should be doesn't. It doesn't know anything. Not only that, all of my books are pulled by it. The milk that given to it is also was flowing on the floor because its dish also turned upside. Its dish also is turned upside. Is turned upside down by itself. Okay, fine. Now, as far as I asked you to use present or some other tenses, I think you felt very easy to write it down this, isn't it? It was difficult.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, that's what I thought. If you are asked to write only on passive, it's really impossible to write all in passive voice. That is what I asked you to use actives as well. Okay, fine. You have done it well, Puta, because now you know how to handle these tenses, right? Remember, whenever you talk with everyone, try your level best to talk in passive because it's very advanced English. Passive is advanced English and everybody cannot understand all the journals, newspapers, magazines, lot of articles, repeated articles have been written using passives. So understanding about the passive, the mere understanding about the passive is very much important in the future because you can use them in your verbal usage. More than in written article. Written article also we use passives, but more than that, when we talk with some people, we use passives. That's very nice if you use passives to talk with others, right? I suppose you understood lessons today, and I allocated you some activities here. What was the activity? Could you remember? Shall I write it down?
Yes, teacher.
It was activity
Activity 7 in fourth lesson.
7. This is unit 4, ne?
Yes, teacher.
I have to write. Activity 7, unit 4. Activity 7, unit 4, right? This is homework. Right, Manavi. And we have only 10 minutes more. I suppose to give you some task for that 10 minutes because there's no time for us to use another tense here. It takes time. Because of that, for 9 minutes, of course, we don't have to do any lessons at all. Let's go for reading this. Can you read? Shall I keep this?
Okay. The following is a documentary telecast in one of the children's television programs. Read it and answer the questions. Dinosaurs are a popular topic when we discuss the prehistoric era. Today, let's teacher, what's that word?
Unearth. Unearth.
Unearth more mysteries of this lesser known era.
Mysteries of this lesser known era.
Have you heard of any prehistoric mammals? If not, you would surely love to see Megatherium, an elephant-sized ground sloth. Look at this life-size replica of the Megatherium, which greets visitors at the sloth sanctuary in Costa Rica. Imagine that an elephant-sized hairy animal with giant claws ambling through the landscape looking for trees it could sit in front of and slowly chew the leaves. This extinct herbivore stood 7 meters tall and weighed 7 tons. There are many views in the scientific world about the disappearance of this creature. One of them is that they disappeared as a result of fast changes in the climate. Another is that these sloths had been hunted to extinction by carnivores. Now, let's look at an extinct carnivorous sea creature. Ammonites were a group of shelled sea creatures that mysteriously disappeared at the same time as the dinosaurs. Mysteriously disappeared at the same time as the dinosaurs. Ammonites were invertebrates, creatures without a backbone. Instead, they had a very supportive shell. Ammonites grew as big as 1 meter diameter. They probably live in warm, shallow, tropical areas of the ocean. Their diet consisted of small fish. Ammonites were popular on the meanest of larger carnivorous marine creatures, but they would either have had to pull them out from the shell or have had jaws powerful enough to crush them. Do you know that Sri Lanka is one of the best sources of prehistoric studies in South Asia? Over 180 prehistoric sites have been found in Sri Lanka, including undisturbed human habitats. The caves called Batadomda Lena, a site near Kuruvita and Ratnapura, Belilena in Kitugala, Pahiyangala in Bulat Sinhala and Aligala. A site near Sigiriya provides such evidence. The excavations are still going on with the involvement of many archaeologists.
Yes, it's a good article actually. Even though there were some difficult words to pronounce, Putha, it was really nice. And you can do this activity at home well. I wanted to get to know how far you can read it. However, you can read it. You can manage how to pronounce the word. Look at this. Dinosaurs are a popular topic when we discuss prehistoric era. Today, let's unearth more mysteries of this lesser known era. Have you heard of any prehistoric mammals? If not, you would surely love to see Megatherium, an elephant-sized ground sloth. Look at this life-size replica of the Megatherium, which greets visitors at Sloth Sanctuary in Costa Rica. Imagine that an elephant-sized hairy animal with giant claws ambling through the landscape looking for trees it could sit in front of and slowly chew the leaves. Now, try your level best to pronounce the words which is not familiar to your mouth, right? Then only, Putha, you can improve your reading. The extinct herbivora stood 7 meters tall and weighed 7 tons. There are many views in the scientific world about the disappearance of this creature. One of them is that they disappeared as a result of fast changes in the climate. Another is that these sloths had been hunted to extinction by the carnivores. That means carnivores have given the life loss for this animal, right? Now let's look at the extinct and carnivorous sea creature. Ammonites were a group of shelled sea creature that mysteriously disappeared at the same time as the dinosaurs. Ammonites were invertebrates, creatures without a backbone. Invertebrates means the animals who doesn't have backbones. Instead, that had a very supportive shell. But instead of, even though they don't have backbones, they have shell, supportive shell. Ammonites weave the big as 1 meter in diameter. They probably live in warm, shallow tropical areas of the ocean. The diet consisted of small fish. Ammonites were popular on the menus of large carnivore, a marine creature, but they would either have I had to pull them out from the shell or have had jaws powerful enough to crush them. It's easy, it's not difficult. You better do this, prepare the answers next day. I will explain this properly, word by word. So I have to leave, Putha, because I have another class now. Thank you so much for the participation. It was my mistake, the less students were there today because I forgot to tell, I forgot to put the link to the LMS, even the second class. I have no time now. Okay, darling. Thank you so much for the participation. See you next week. Bye, darling.
Thank you, teacher. Have a nice day.
You're welcome, Pita. Have a nice day to you too.